I'm not frightened.
Well, then there's no problem.
No, there certainly isn't, as long as I don't have to go back there.
What is it? What's bothering you?
It was just so morbid, and I remember seeing...
Seeing what?
Well, seeing Susan alive one minute, and then the next minute I hear she's dead. It's gruesome, Scotty. She's not even buried yet.
That's what's bothering you, huh?
Well, no one's even said anything about it.
Okay, well, I'll tell you what. I'll talk to Alice, and as soon as coroner's office releases her body, arrange for a small funeral. Pretty small. I'm sure there's not a lot of people who want to pay their respects to Susan.
I'm sure you're right. I just can't understand why you want to go back to the cottage, Scotty, so soon after what's happened.
I'm not thrilled about going there either, but I've got to stop there. I live there. Better for worse.
Worse. Much worse, Scotty.
Well, what am I supposed to do? Go out and buy a whole new wardrobe?
Okay, if you're so determined to go over there, go ahead, but I think you should call the police for you. You don't want to walk in and find the police there, do you?
I've got nothing to hide.
That's what you keep saying.
You don't believe me?
It doesn't matter what I believe. All that matters is what the police believe, Scotty. Just find out if the cottage is still sealed.
Well, there's only one way to find out. Yeah, Captain Ramsey. Tell him it's Scotty Baldwin.
Yeah, Ramsey here.
Morning, Captain.
Baldwin?
Well, more or less.
What can I do for you?
One of two things. You either loan me your place so I can clean up, or let me go back to the cottage. I need a shower and a change of clothes. Very soon, and my secretary is going to quit. And you know how hard it is to get good help these days.
Come on, is this on the level?
Straight as an arrow. I'm a mess. What I need, only soap, water, and a clean shirt can provide.
Well, I don't see any reason why you can't go back to the cottage. We've pulled all our evidence, done all our fingerprinting, dusted everything. Yeah, as far as I'm concerned, it's all yours.
Thank you, sir. Now I'll be fit for proper society again.
It'll take more than a shower to do that.
Now, Captain. Innocent until proven guilty. I shouldn't have to tell you that. Goodbye.
Okay.
Yeah. It's okay, we can go.
So, Commissioner, are you planning on coming into work today, or are you going to stay in your mission controlled and play video games all day?
Ah, come on, you're just jealous.
No, I'm just grateful, very grateful. Because when you're not around, we get a lot more work done.
Oh, such as?
Well, not so much so far today.
Yeah, well, in that case, you won't mind if I drop in later.
Why should I? You're the boss. Enjoy your morning off, huh?
Off? Off, you say? Listen, I have been up half the night trying to figure out an angle on this Baldwin business.
A likely story.
Wait a minute. And as for the morning, I have that Carlson walking in here any minute.
You mean the banker? What do you want him for?
Well, I want to, clarify this forgery business. Look, if Susan was right about Scotty, and he thought that she was going to prosecute him for forgery, now, isn't that a great reason for him to want her out of the way?
By the way, speaking of Baldwin, he called me a few minutes ago.
With a confession, I hope.
No such luck. He wanted to get back into the cottage. He said that he'd like to take a shower and pick up some fresh clothes.
Well, any reason why he shouldn't?
Well, that's what I told him.
Well, your guys have finished there, haven't they?
Oh, yeah, everything's dusted, searched, the works.
Oh, fine. But hang on, I think that's Carlson now. Look, I'll talk to you later.
Okay, over and out.
10-4, I think Broderick Crawford used to say.
I'll go.
Are you going out?
Yeah, I have a few errands to run.
Well, make sure you have fun.
Good luck.
Listen, I want to thank you for listening to my, ramblings this morning.
Oh, I enjoyed it.
Thank you.
Please come in.
It's quite a place you got here for Commissioner.
If you like it, please, take off your coat.
Yes.
I appreciate you coming over.
Well, this is far more convenient for me than police headquarters.
Yeah, well, I intend to do a lot more of my business here.
Oh, I'm sure you will. It's very, very pleasant.
Well, what have you got for me?
As you requested, I checked with several handwriting experts about the possibility of Mrs. Baldwin having forged the signature.
Any chance?
None. They all agreed it's quite out of the question. Even if she had traced the signature, they would have been able to identify her handwriting.
Let's take a look at that.
That's Mrs. Baldwin's real signature on the top. The one on the bottom is the forgery. Even to an amateur like me, the difference is quite noticeable.
Clearly.
Now, you see, when you place one on top of the other, it becomes very obvious they were written by different hands.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Well, is that proof enough for you?
Well, proof that Susan didn't sign power of attorney, but not proof that Scotty did, right?
That's correct, but the very fact that Mr. Baldwin was really the only one who stood to gain surely casts him in a suspicious light.
Well, it seems that way.
And then there's also the matter of the phone call.
Right. Now, we've agreed that the voice on the end of that phone could have been anybody.
All I needed was simple confirmation of the switching of power of attorney. I never thought it was anyone but Susan.
Now, let's go back to when you called.
Correction, when he called.
Wait a minute, excuse me. You said he?
Yes, Mr. Baldwin placed the call.
Then he could have been calling anywhere.
I suppose so. I guess I should have been more cautious.
All right. When was your last contact with Scotty?
Later, after Susan confronted him with the truth. He did everything but stand on his head to get me to drop the whole matter.
Interesting.
Clear cut, if you ask me. Obviously, Susan's husband forged her signature to gain her power of attorney.
And the right to invest Jason's money in practically anything.
You didn't think I was going to eat that many donuts by myself, did you?
Some mornings it's hard to get started.
Yes, well, in that case, I will give these to my husband at the clinic, and I will be back.
Oh, no. More donuts.
Yeah, more donuts, more donuts.
Morning. Hi. Well, if it isn't, what's her name? You know, my ex-tenant. I tell you, Les, once they no longer need you, they forget all about you. They never come and visit and say hello.
Well, why do you think I'm here? It's certainly not for your coffee.
You drink tea.
Right, I confess, I can't live without your tea.
You got it.
It's been a long time. Yeah, too long. How's everything going for you? Oh, fine. I'm taking it every day, as it comes.
That's good. I guess you and Robert are probably getting settled in by now, huh?
Yeah, pretty much.
He should be pretty busy with this murder investigation.
He is. In fact, he was out most of last night working on it.
Well, everybody at the hospital is talking about it. It seems astonishing how many lives Susan's death has touched.
It's the same down here.
She seems to have made an awful lot of enemies. Of course, we're very close to Alice Grant, so I'm more concerned about her than anyone because this is very difficult for her.
You were here with Alice on the night of the murder, weren't you?
Yes. In fact, she came in extremely upset, probably as upset as I have ever seen her because she left Susan and Scotty in the middle of a huge fight.
What time was that?
The fight? Oh, I don't know.
No, when Alice came in.
Gosh, I couldn't say exactly.
Do you know?
I don't even remember seeing Alice come in here.
That's because you didn't.
That would explain it. Where was I?
You were out and back. Do you remember that truck, the delivery truck that got here
Oh,
late?
yeah, that's right. The guy's truck broke down and he had to call AAA to get the tow truck over here.
Right.
Was the driver calling AAA when Alice came in?
I guess. I don't know.
Well, he must have been, because you took him in back to use that other phone, and it was just after that that Alice got here, yeah.
Okay.
Well, there's your answer.
Where?
What's the question?
Well, AAA must keep a record of all the calls, the incoming calls, right? So if we can find out what time the driver made the call, we can find out what time Alice was here and couldn't have been at Susan's committing murder.
You're kidding. Somebody thought that... Well, good thinking.
It's just simple deduction.
But very impressive.